So I welcome all of you to this first class of network analysis and synthesis. And in this class, we will discuss first order circuit. And one example of first order circuit can be taken like this. It is a circuit having a resistance and an inductor. And here we have a source. This resistance is named as R. This is named as L. And here we have a wire. These terminals are named as 1 and 2. And this is a switch which is getting closed. Means this connector is moving from point number 1 to point number 2. This switch is also named as K. Now current here, when this switch will be coming to point number 2, this connector will be at point number 2, then this circuit will be complete. And then here we will be having a current that we call I of t. Now, here this voltage source is DC voltage source, polarity is plus here, minus here, and we can write a circuit equation when this circuit is going to be complete like this means. And yes, of course, this switch is closing at t is equal to 0. So after t is equal to 0, if we want to know the current IT, then we will be going for the equation of this circuit, which will be first order circuit. We actually will be writing KVL. So when we write KVL, then we write voltage drop across this. So if current is going like this, drop will be plus to minus, here also plus to minus. This drop will be L di by dt. And this drop here will be Ri. And as there is no source here, only these two drops are there. So the sum of voltage drops will be equal to 0. And this can further be written as, after simplifying, di by I is equal to minus times R by L dt. And this can further be written as, we can integrate it now. So this will be integration. This will also be integration. And after integration, we will get log natural I, you all know it, will be minus times R by L t plus a constant, integrating constant, K. Now, from this equation, if we simplify it further, then this I, expression for I, can be written as a power of t, power of e of this whole expression. So this will be writing as IT is equal to e to the power minus times this whole part, this whole will be minus times R by L t plus K. This is further simplified, so this will be getting two exponentials, one minus R by Lt, another exponential will be e to the power K. This can be further written as e to the power minus t divided by this expression comes in the denominator and will be written as L by R into e to the power K. This e to the power K can be called as another constant, capital K. This we are assuming this has been a small k so far. This is a small k, and this we will call equal to capital K. So this becomes k times e to the power minus t by L by R. Now evaluation of this k needs evaluation of initial conditions. So we need to evaluate initial conditions. So to evaluate initial conditions, we'll have to see that what was the condition of this circuit when it was at switch at this position number 1 in this circuit. So for that, we will see that what was the position of the circuit. It will be like this. This was the voltage source with this polarity when it was connected to 1. This switch was connected to 1. This is 1, and 2 was not connected, it was open. Then we were having this circuit. This is R and L. This is voltage source. Under this situation, the current which is flowing is going to be like this. And this current we will call IT. But we will say that this switch is just going to leave this 1 and is going to get connected to 2. So that moment we call at t is equal to 0 minus. So we have two moments. One is t is equal to 0. Another is just before this, which we call t0 minus. And just after this, we call t0 plus. So whatever was the condition at just before this switch, leaving this 1 and coming to 2, that we will be calling as steady state in the previous condition. So in steady state, the circuit will be steady state. The circuit will be simply a voltage source, resistance, and an inductance. As it had been in this position for a long period of time before switching from 1 to 2, then this current would have been settled here. Now what will be the current? So we know that in a steady state for a long period of time, this inductor behaves as a short circuit. So this will be actually short circuit in a steady state. So when this inductor is behaving as short circuit in a steady state, then we can know the current here. This current we are calling IT, that is at t is equal to 0 minus, means current in this circuit at this steady state is, which we are calling at t is equal to 0 minus, will be V by R. Whatever is the current in a steady state will be the current when this switch is going to leave switch 1, position 1, and going to connect to position 2. So this we will be writing here. I will write it clearly. IT t is equal to 0 minus is equal to V by R. This current is also written as I 0 minus is equal to V by R. And the property of inductor is that whatever is the current at 0 minus will be the current at I0 plus, means just after coming to this position number 2, means after t is equal to 0. So this moment, whatever is the current will be equal to this current, because current cannot change instantaneously through the inductor. This we know. So if current cannot change instantaneously, then whatever was the current at t is equal to 0 minus will be equal to this. Hence, IT or I0 plus will be equal to this one. So if we substitute this condition here in this, so if we substitute this, then we will get here t is equal to 0, we are substituting 0 plus. So here also we will be substituting t, so it will be k e to the power minus this 0 divided by L by R. This substitution of 0 makes this expression 1, and we will be left only with k into 1, you can say, and this is equal to V by R we have seen here. So it will be V by R. So our k now comes out to be k is equal to V by R. So if this is value of k, then we can say that actually the expression of current IT is equal to V by R into e to the power t, this expression, e to the power minus t divided by L by R. So this way we can get the initial conditions, and using the initial conditions we can get the final expression. So final expression for our current is this. Initial condition, we have seen that how to evaluate. On the right hand side, this is initial condition evaluation. Now we need to revise once that what we have done so far. So here we must know that the circuit which we have taken, this one, is a first order circuit because its KVL gives us a differential equation of first order. And this is, we have some variables here. So our time is going to be independent variable here, this time. And current is going to be dependent variable. And this is called as forcing function or excitation. T is our independent variable. I is our dependent variable. V is our forcing function. Or you can call excitation. So these are few terms. And this I is also known as response here. This we call as response. And initial conditions, we have seen that what we mean by initial conditions. So when switch is coming to position number 2, then whatever was the current in this circuit at t is equal to 0 minus is initial condition. So now this is one part. So we can write our equations, final equation in this form, which we have seen. And this can also be written as IT is equal to V by R when t is less than or equal to 0, or and this is V by R e to the power minus t divided by L by R when t is greater than 0. This is the complete expression. So I close here. Thank you, and we will discuss next topic in the next video.